I hope you all will be fine. So, the topic we are going to discuss today is resources, types, and conservation. Resources means sadhan. So, we can say that since the origin of human race, the resources have played a very important role in human life. In the beginning, his food, his shelter was enough for him. But as he started making progress, then his needs were changed. The basic resources like food and shelter was not enough for him. So he started doing something different. He started inventing things. He started using food, clothing, and other things to make his life comfortable. So in the beginning, the food was just his need, but now the food has become something luxury. So as the time changed, the needs changed as well, and the resources are same. The resources, the basic resources are same, but he tried to use these resources in different ways. So today we will discuss what the resources are, what is the meaning of resources, what do you understand by resources, which are the types of resources. So we can say that resources are such natural gifts which are very valuable for human being. कि ਜਿਹੜੇ रिसोर्सेज ने वो कुदरत का दिता होया एक तोहफा ने ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਵਾਸਤੇ बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट ने, बड़े वैल्यूएबल ने, बड़े कीमती ने. सो रिसोर्सेज की गल करती है आपां पढ़ांगे टाइप्स ऑफ रिसोर्सेज कि रिसोर्सेज के टाइप्स की ने. सो द फर्स्ट वन इज बायोटिक एंड अबायोटिक रिसोर्सेज. बायोटिक एंड अबायोटिक रिसोर्सेज, इन दोवां च की फर्क है? Biotic resources mean living things. Abiotic resources means non-living things. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ resources living things ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ biotic ਨੇ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ resources non-living things ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ abiotic ਨੇ. Suppose plants, animals, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ living things ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ. Yes, and besides plants and animals, coal and petroleum are also considered as biotic resources. Why? Because they are produced from the plants and animals. ये fossils तो बने हैं. So ये भी जितने वो biotic resources हैं. And if we talk about abiotic resources, non-living things, then soil, water, rocks, light, minerals. So these are abiotic resources. They are non-living things. So the next one is developed and potential resources. Developed and potential resources. कुछ resources ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਪਏ ਨੇ, ਕੁਝ ਅਸੀਂ develop ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ. Developed resources ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ? Developed resources are those resources which are used for economic growth, for economic development. Potential resources ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ? ਇਹ ਉਹ resources ਨੇ which are available but they are not still used. Suppose a river is descending from the mountains and we can use the water of river for making electricity, for producing electricity, but still we have not used this water for producing electricity. So the river and the water of the river is a potential resource. Suppose we have coal mines, petroleum underneath the earth. That can be used, but we have not still used it. We have not still used the petroleum. We have not yet used coal. So it is potential. It has yet to be used. ਇਹ ਹਾਲੇ ਵਰਤਨ ਹੈ. ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ coal mines ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ petroleum ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਦੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵਰਤ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਹਾਲੇ ਉਹ ਵਰਤਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ. ਜਿਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਉਹ ਵਰਤਾਂਗੇ ਉਹ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਡ ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗਾ. पर जब तक वो नहीं वरत्या गया तब तक वो पोटेंशियल जिहड़ा वो रिसोर्स है। इसी तरह कोल ते पेट्रोलीयम साडे हले थल्ले खाना च पिया होया है, वो पोटेंशियल रिसोर्स है। जिस वेले असीं इहनूं कढ के वरतांगे उसनूं वेचांगे वो बन जाएगा साडा डिवेलप्ड रिसोर्स। सो किसी भी देश का एनी कंट्री we can understand the richness of any country from its resources. We can estimate whether the country is rich or not from where? After seeing the resources it has. We are lucky that India is a great country which has a great treasure of resources. We have gold mines, we have coal mines, we have silver underneath the earth, and we are using these resources for the development of the country. The third one is exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Exhaustible and inexhaustible resources ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ? ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਸਮਝ ਲਈਏ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਾ ਨਵਿਆਉਣਯੋਗ ਤੇ ਨਵਿਆਉਣਯੋਗ। Some resources are there which are depleting very fast with the passage of time. These are coal and petroleum. We have treasure of these things, but as the time passes, it will be finished. खत्म हो जाएगा, समा बदलते नाल समा जिवें कि आएगा, क्योंकि ये साडे कोल लिमिटेड जिहड़ा वा उन्हां दा एक ट्रेजर है, लिमिटेड उन्हां दा एक स्टॉक है, वो खत्म हो जाएगा। कोल्स जिस तरह साडे कोल पेट्रोलियम है, ये एग्जॉस्टिबल नहीं, कुछ इनएग्जॉस्टिबल ने, जिस तरह हवा, पानी, वाटर, एयर, लैंड, लाइट, ये सारे नव्याउणयोग ने। असी इन्होंने वरतते हैं, ये फिर साढ़े को आ जाते हैं, वरतते हैं, फिर आ जाते हैं नवे बन के। सो ये कदे खत्म नहीं होंगे, ये साढ़े को हमेशा आ जाएंगे। सो एग्जॉस्टिबल एंड इनएग्जॉस्टिबल। एग्जॉस्टिबल आर those resources which are depleted with the passage of time and they are not renewed. We cannot get them renewed. But the inexhaustible resources are those which we can renew. We can renew them. Fourth one is soil and land. We have two things, soil and land. And soil and land. Soil की है, soil is the uppermost layer. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth, which is formed by the breaking of parent rock due to the effect of climate and decomposition of plants and animals. Soil की है, soil धरती का उपरला पासा है, जिहड़ा पौधों के जानवरों के सड़न दे नाल बनिया, ਜਾਂ फिर कुछ क्लाइमेट चेंजेस आए, जिहड़ियां रॉक्स सीगियां वो टुटियां भजियां, सो ये सारा कुछ मिलन दे नाल एक कंपोजिशन बन गई, वो धरती का उपरला पासा जिहड़ा है वो बनिया, ये सोइल है। ये हुण सोइल दी बड़ियां किस्मां ने, देयर आर सो मैनी काइंड्स ऑफ सॉइल्स लाइक सैंडी सॉइल, क्लेई सॉइल, loamy soil, mountainous soil, red soil, black soil. So these are the various types of soil. You should understand these things and you should note it down on your copies, different types of soil, because this is a question frequently asked in the examinations. Which are the types of soils? And soil, this is very important thing. If we want to grow plants, if we want to grow vegetables, if we want to grow anything, crops, anything, then soil plays an important role. And different soils has different compositions, and the different soils play an important role in the growth, in growing the plants, crops and other things. So, where the soils are rich, we can estimate that place, that area is economically well developed, and where these things are not available, then we can understand that this area, this particular place is not economically valuable, because if the farmer grows crops in the fields and the soil is good, the crop will also be good. So soil plays an important role. And land, what is land? Land is a place where the economic and other activities are carried out. Economic and other activities are carried out. जिथे साड़ियाँ आर्थिक ते होर एक्टिविटीज होंदियां ने, वो सारियां किथे होंदियां ने? एक लैंड ते ਅਸੀਂ खेतीबाड़ी कर रहे हैं ते किथे कर रहे हैं? लैंड ते। ਅਸੀਂ इंडस्ट्री लाई हुई है ते किथे लाई हुई है? लैंड ते। We have developed an industry where on the land. We are agriculturists and we use land for farming. So land एक प्लेस है, एक जगह है जिथे साड़ियां गड्डियां चलदियां ने, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का साधन है, जिथे ਅਸੀਂ खेडदे हैं, जिथे टूरिज्म जिहड़ा है वो डेवलप होंदा है, वो लैंड है. So soil ते land च ये डिफरेंस है. So the next one is marine and mineral resources. Marine and mineral. Marine means water. The resources which are found from the water are marine resources. 71% of the earth is covered by water. So water is a big resource where we can get so many things. We can get fish, we can get diamonds, we can get pearls, shells from the water. So this is a great resource for us. And if we talk about minerals, there are two types of minerals, metallic and non-metallic. So these are found in the earth or on the earth. We can get iron, we can get silver, we can get gold from the earth, underneath the earth. So these are mineral resources. धरती पर पानी 71% है, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੱਛੀਆਂ, ਡਾਇਮੰਡਸ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੋਰ ਕਈ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੀਰੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਾਧਨ ਹੈ, ਰਿਸੋਰਸ ਹੈ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ. ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਿਨਰਲਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਚੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ, ਉਹ ਧਰਤੀ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸੋਨਾ ਹੈ, ਚਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਲੋਹਾ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂਬਾ, ਕਾਪਰ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਧਰਤੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਮਿਨਰਲ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਸ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. First one is human resources. Human resources. Human resources ਕੀ ਨੇ? ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਸਾਧਨ. ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਾਇਓਟਿਕਸ ਨੇ, ਅਬਾਇਓਟਿਕਸ ਨੇ, developed potential resources ਨੇ, adjustable ने, inadjustable ने, soil है, land है, marine है, minerals ने. ਹੁਣ human resources ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ? ਮਨੁੱਖ, we the people. Human being is the best thing on the earth. It has got the best status on the earth. If we compare it to the all creatures, then human race is the best. All the countries have different type of resources, but some countries are there which don't have any type of resource. If you can take the example of Japan, they have no resource, natural resource, but they have used human being as resource, and we can see the development of their country. Nobody can deny from this thing that Japan has made a great progress in the field of technology, in the field of engineering. So human being is also considered as human resource, and with the passage of time, a man has made a great progress. Now, if we talk about education, if we talk about man's qualities, then if we compare a man with a man of 20th century, 19th century, 18th century, and if we go behind then we can see that man is making progress day by day. So human resource is being used very effectively in all the fields. And if man has made progress, then everything has made progress. So we can say that the development of everything is based on the development of human resources. So we have just studied the types of resources, and the last thing is conservation of resources. So what is the conservation of resources? How can we conserve them? As we know well that the human development is based on resources. Without resources, the development will not go on the same speed as it is going now. So the conservation is must. There are exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. So we must conserve the resources which are not renewable. So how can we conserve them? It is very important factor, and we should know that we must use these resources very wisely. We must be aware of these things, that these are not renewable, and if once they are depleted, they will not be renewed again. So the wastage and the destruction of these resources should be checked, should be stopped. In other words, we can say that if we want to go very far, if we want to make a great progress in future, then we must use these things like petroleum, like the resources which are found in the earth very wisely. We should use them very wisely. So conservation is must. The fossils we are using, once they are used, they will not be renewed. So it is the duty of each and every person to conserve the resources, to use them wisely, so that we may use them in future for a long time. So dear students, this was the chapter resources, types and conservation. I hope you would have understood it properly. If you find any type of difficulty, you may ask me any question in the comment box.